Guys, today we are doing back care. So all the postures will be linked and it'll be a really nice flow. This is good for beginners. This is good for people with back pain. All of the postures are set up to care for your spine in some way. Also, we will be focusing on balance. Balance is something you have to practice, and especially as we age, it goes away. So this is appropriate for beginners, someone who just wants to get a good basic flow in and maybe learn some finer details about the postures, and maybe some of our active older adults. So let's get started. My name is Hard Left Yogi, or Mary. I give a lot of direction building from the ground up. The one thing that I want everybody to try to focus on is getting your second toes at 12 o'clock and facing forward, right? Knees are unlocked, feet are approximately inner hip distance apart, which is about like this. You want your shins to look like 11s. We're gonna start off with the breath. And so simple flow, we're gonna inhale, reach the arms upward. As you exhale, bend at the knees, hinge at the hips, place your hands on the floor as you curl your face towards the shins. Bring your hands onto your shins, come halfway up, Betty Boop, a little hiney, a little chest, right? Suck your belly in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ride the breath all the way up, slightly bent knees, and then exhale, hands at the sides. Root down through the feet by lifting up through the waistline. As you inhale, arms go up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Gentle bend in the knees. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway up. Really lengthen your spine. Chin is slightly tucked. Feet are planted. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale, rides the breath all the way up. Reach up, stretch up. On your exhale, hands come to the sides. We're going to take the left foot back. And as I take the left foot back, I'm going to take a long step back, pivot the foot down so the toes are pointing at approximately a 9:30, right? Where I'm not all the way open to 9. From here, I'm going to take my arms out. I want to see if I can get at least heel to heel alignment. Heel to arch alignment is most appropriate. Do not let your knee go past your toes. We're going to do some moving warrior twos. So as you exhale, you're going to feel your left side squeeze the breath out, and you're going to lean back into a nice, gentle reverse warrior. With your inhale, you're going to come up. You're going to feel both sides. Take the breath. And as you exhale, feel your right side waistline squeeze the exhale out. With an inhale, use both sides of the waistline and lungs to take the breath. As you exhale, allow the left hand to drop as the left side squeezes, and you can feel the breath come out through that left side lung. Inhale, coming up and coming center. Exhale, comes over into that side angle. Right side squeezes the waistline, squeezes the breath out. Inhale, floats up, straightens the leg, pivots the toes to the side of the mat. Aligning the second and third toe at a 12 o'clock position. Allow the knees to bend slightly as you keep the feet squarely on the floor. If you need a block, bring it over in front of you. We're coming into a straddle fold. From here, when I come onto this straddle fold, I want my toes to spread, and then I'm just gonna bend my elbows. I'm pretty short, so I can take a deep straddle fold. Staying here, breathing for 4. Inhale. 3. Now, if you can go all the way down and put your hands all the way down, feel free, but make sure your legs are very strong. It's as though you're squeezing the mat together, right? Another deep inhale in. And then exhale, squeeze the low belly, squeeze the breath out. And at the very end of the exhale, you're going to start to come up. Once you get past the hips, then you inhale and come all the way up. The exhale just kind of wraps your spine, protects it as you're coming up. We're going to now pivot the left foot towards the back of the mat. We're going to take the arms out long. I'm going to take my block set up to the inside of my left foot. And as I come over, let's go ahead and take the right hand to the right hip and firmly plant the left hand on the block. So if you can't firmly plant the hand on the block, you might want to take the block up a little higher, right? And so the floor is not the goal. The goal is to feel strong in the legs and be able to pull the waistline in. Turn and look up. Maybe even take that top arm behind your back of the palm to your spine. Take a deep breath in. Make sure the front leg is not locked out. As you exhale, pull the belly in. And then on your next inhale, right hand will go back to sky, bend the left knee, come up. Very good. We're going to take the block towards the center as we pivot back towards that straddle. So bringing the toes at a 12 o'clock position, I'm going to place the block underneath my face. Now, if this is too high for you, you can go down. I'm going to take the hand onto the low back, and I'm going to rotate by drawing my navel in and pushing my feet down. For 4, chest is open, take a deep breath in. 3, notice I'm keeping my hands on my low back to keep it flat. 2, and 1, releasing and switching. I think for my height, I would like to go just a hair lower. All right, so I'm going to place my right hand down. I'm going to allow my spine to grow as long as it can, press my feet down, and then feel with my hand on my low back that the twist starts from above the palm, navel up, shoulders open for 4, push the floor away. 3, 2, and 1. From here, I'm going to bring both hands down, lightly bend the knees as I exhale all my air out, tighten up the waistline, and then inhale, come all the way up. Step to the top of the mat. You move your blocks off if you need. Very good. On your inhale, reach your arm up. On your exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Remember, feet can be hip distance apart, hands to shins, inhale halfway up. Notice the weight will want to go forward towards the balls of your feet. Keep your heels glued down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rides the breath all the way up. Reach up, stretch up. Wonderful. Exhale, hands at the sides. This time we're going to step back. I'm going to pivot over to this side. This time we're going to step back with our right foot. And as I step back with the right foot, I'm going to open up into that triangle pose. This is a fairly long step, and my hips are rotating open to the side, keeping my knee from diving in as I open up my arms. So we're doing that breath where we contract the waistline. This is a form of Nadi Shodhana breathing, right? And so take an inhale, arms are long. On your exhale, squeeze the right side of your waistline as the right hand drops down the back leg. As you inhale through both sides of the lungs coming up, and then as you exhale, come forward. As you inhale, both sides inflate as you come up. As you exhale, you allow the right hand to drop, the right waistline to squeeze. Inhale through rooted feet as you come up. Exhale comes forward. Staying here for breath for 4, 3, 2. And utilize the inhale to come all the way up. Straighten that front leg. Pivot the toes in so that they're facing the side of the mat again. And then this time, your heels come in. Your toes are at a 1 and 11 or a 10 or 2. 9 and 3 is too much, right? So what I'm looking for is the center of my knee lining up with that second and third toe. I'm going to bring my hands into prayer. So we're coming into Goddess. Sitting low here, allowing the bottom of the pelvis to squarely push to the floor and the knees to press outward. So the tendency is to try to push up out of this. I want you to see if you can push your hips down. Hands into prayer for 4, 3, waistline in, shoulders back, 2, and 1. Hands onto knees, come up. We're going to pivot the toes to the top of the mat to block. Put the hand on the block. I don't like putting the hand on the shin. A lot of the times it hyperextends the knee, so block is a little better. And as I push the feet down and squeeze them toward one another, you can see as soon as I activated my feet towards one another, my hip activated. And take my left arm up, take a breath, deep inhale, press the floor away with all 3 points. And then as I exhale, if it feels good, I drop the left hand behind my back. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Good job. Deep inhale reaches the arm up. Exhale tightens the waistline, so squeeze all that breath out. Inhale, come up. We're going to step to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance apart, second toes at 12 o'clock, shoulders down, waistline tight. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands onto shins. Sit bones reaching back, crown of the head, that soft spot that you used to have when you were a baby reaching forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, ride the breath all the way up, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hands come down through prayer, through center. Wonderful. Hands down to the side, open your eyes, and I am going to show you what we're going to do next. So we're going to do willow. So those of you who have knee issues, you have challenge with your balance, go to the wall. Trust me, put 1 or 2 fingers on the wall. These 1 or 2 fingers are not holding you up. What's happening is you're getting a sense of periphery perception a lot of times. And you know, balance is something you build on. So what we're gonna do today is willow. I haven't done willow in a long time. So what is willow? Willow is a weepy tree. So actually, I'll keep these here. So one of the things that you could do with your willow, I'll demonstrate what the full posture is. So willow is tree. We start on the left leg because it's our problem child. And then the arms come up, and it's like we're kind of doing that YMCA, right? And so I'm reaching in this C shape over my bent knee. If you have a challenge, then you're more than welcome to come over to the wall and bring the foot up, 1 finger on the wall, and then allow the body to come over. This just kind of changes the center of gravity. If you want to challenge the balance a little more than the wall, but not as much as doing the full posture, then you could actually bring a block in close to the standing leg and then come over, because that block without the wall there is a whole different experience as well. So you pick your poison. We're starting on the left foot. I think I'm gonna choose to do the hard one in the video. All right, so bringing your foot up either to inner calf or inner thigh. You can also do inner ankle, just not on your knee, right? The foot's gonna do its happy little ankle dance. Let it. Arms come up. As you exhale, you go willow over towards your bent knee. Stay here. Inhale through that left side. See how long that left side can get. And then just like we were doing in our flow earlier, exhale, let that right side squeeze a little. Inhale, fills the left side long. Exhale, gives a little squeeze to the right. Inhale, left side long. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, both arms come up, and exhale, release. So take that left foot, flip it over, and give the top of the foot some stretch. Feels so good. All right, 2 sides, mirror image in your balances. So if you used a wall, if you used the blocks, wherever your foot came up, try to mirror image so that you can create some symmetry in this posture. And so foot places inner thigh. And so when you are doing the foot on the leg is pressing into the foot, and the foot is pressing into the leg, so that you have this like meeting force. This is it, holding you center. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, feel that left side, squeeze the breath out. Inhale, how long can you get through the right side as you lean over? Exhale, feel the left side waist activate as the breath is squeezed. Inhale, how expansive through the right side can you be? And then exhale, I looked at the camera. Exhale, one more time. Inhale, come out of it. All right, so from here, let's do a little Tibetan drum. Kind of loosen everything up. Balance is really important for having balance, but balance is also good for back pain too, because a lot of times we do asymmetrical things in our life, and that is what's causing our back pain. The last posture that I would like to do is just a gentle warrior 3. So those of you who are working on warrior 3, one of the ways that you can introduce yourself to it is take your hands on the wall just a little above your elbow. You would start on the left leg. Let's keep the left knee lightly bent, and then let the forearms come to the wall. So what I'm doing here is I'm able to keep some balance, but also to keep focus on, am I dropping this hip? Can I stay square? Can I press back through my leg? Those of you who want to do standard warrior 3, where you take the arms out and come into the posture, you're more than welcome to do that. So as you come into your particular warrior 3, having that extension as though I am pressing the floor, the wall, and space away. Inhale 1. Try not to bow in your back like I was just doing. Inhale 2. Inhale 3. Inhale 4. And inhale 5 comes up. Shake that off. All right, guys. Two sides, not my fault. So mirror image whatever you did on the other side. I really like this one because you can press into the wall, which activates your upper abs a little bit. It's kind of nice. So taking my fingertips out, reaching forward, allowing my forearms to drop to the wall, staying nice and square in my hips, trying not to sag in my back. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so as we go into our bridges, we're doing alternating bridges. And anytime I ask people to do things on their back, especially bridges, I don't want you turning your head left and right. So if you're watching this on video, please watch first and then come with me. So basically I'm going to take one block underneath my right foot. Why am I doing this? The more that we can kind of alternate things, we can start to build up symmetry. This is just one of the things in the tool bag to add to our bridge work. So I'm going to put my right foot on top of this block. My left foot will stay down. Notice I do not tuck my feet way into my bum. That is too much pressure on my knees trying to lift up. You can see the angle of this. So whenever you lift up into your bridge, you want your shin to be straight. If you want to close the gap, that's when you crawl your shoulders in underneath you. But basically what an alternate height bridge is going to do is give you an opening through one hip and a little bit more power. So feet are at 12 o'clock, arms reach down, press the feet firmly down, press the low back to the floor, tucking the pelvis, and then lift with the front of the hips as you press shoulders and feet down. See, this is a bridge, and it's meant to be a bridge from the feet to the shoulders. Long back of the neck, chin is slightly tucked. Do not press the back of the neck to the floor. So as we press firmly through both feet, I'm going to lengthen out my waistline. As I exhale, I'm going to lengthen out the sides of the neck. Inhale, open up the chest, press the back of the upper arms down. Exhale, reach through the fingertips, press the toes down. Inhale, press through the feet. Exhale, slowly, one vertebrae at a time drops to the floor. You're going to slide the block over to the left foot. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. If your foot is bigger than your block, make sure your heels are on. And if your toes are sliding off, you can actually grip the end of the block with your toes, but more squarely on if you can do that, please. As you exhale, you're going to draw the waistline in, start to peel the hips up off the mat. Crawl the shoulders under if you wish. Now press squarely through both feet as you press the front of the hips, that little dip in the front of your hips towards the sky. Don't let the knees roll out. As you exhale, inner thighs activate towards one another. As you inhale, open the chest. Exhale, sides of the waist grows long, inner thighs are active. Inhale, press the hips up. And exhale. Last inhale, press. And exhale. Slowly lower down. Very good. From here, I'd like you to take the block, let's do medium side, in between your knees. And so when you put your feet down, once again, we're going to put them in bridge. They are not wider than your hips. They should line up somewhat center of your femur or thigh bone. Reach the fingertips down. Squeeze the block, lift up. Only lift up as high as you can to squeeze that block with some activity. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One vertebrae at a time drops to the floor. Allow the knees to come into your chest. Rock and roll left to right. Roll out the spine. Okay. And so I'm going to utilize the wall for my stretches. I will give you something. If you don't have a wall, I'll give you an option for that, but the wall is really jelly on this. So we are going to do half pigeon on the wall so that you are about shin's length, maybe a little shorter off the wall. The easiest way is to come to the edge of the mat. I've got about 6 inches from the wall, and I'm going to roll down onto my elbow, and as I roll down onto that elbow, I can swing those legs up the wall. Go ahead and learn this, because the closer you are to the wall, the more important that strategy is. And so first I'm just going to do legs up the wall, right? Yay! From here, I'm going to figure 4 my left ankle over my right thigh, making sure that that little round ankle bone is just to the outside of the flesh. My toes are spread to protect my knee, and I'm going to allow the foot that's on the wall to bend. Now, you might not feel a whole lot here. You might feel a lot here. You might have to stop part way. If you don't feel a lot here, I would like you to take your hand towards the inner thigh so that you're now lining up the shin. If you don't feel anything, you can scoot closer to the wall. I suggest you give it a minute or two, right? So take a deep inhale in. Retain the breath. And exhale out. Inhale in. Little pause. And exhale. Make sure your spine and hips are squarely on the mat. And then slowly release. 2 sides. And so note, one side might be a little tighter than the other. Right ankle across left thigh, making sure that the little round bone is to the outside of the flesh. Bend the left foot down onto the floor as much as comfortable for you. Notice if this right knee is coming in, you're going to take the right hand onto the thigh or inner knee, whichever is most comfortable, and give it a press out so that the shin is now coming at you parallel to the earth, right? And you'll notice, I even noticed it myself, that my hips were shifting a little bit. I could feel my right hip dropping, and so feeling it come back up and come center. Wonderful release. Legs are up the wall. Stay here, take a breath or two. Now, from here, we're going to do a supported shoulder stand off the wall. It's very important not to press the back of your neck down. This is meant to open up the chest and to strengthen the shoulders. This is Loki, by the way. Thank you, Loki. Strengthen the shoulders and the head back to the floor. So you're going to bring your hands down along your side. Thank you, sir. Bring your hands down along your side. Get those shoulder blades kind of tucked underneath you. Dig your heels into the wall. Lift the hips up. Bring your elbows one by one underneath you a little deeper so that your hands can hold your low back. Feet firmly on the wall. Those of you who want to play and lift up into it may do so. Otherwise, I'm almost doing a bridge here. So I'm still focusing on pressing those points forward, staying really strong through my shoulders as they press into the floor for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Taking the feet, if you want to inchworm to the wall, as much as your hips and knees and back can allow, and you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. You're going to go on the wall. I need to be a little closer. So soles of the feet together, cobbler's pose. You can press your knees to the wall, draw your belly to the mat. Take a deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Inhale, legs go up the wall. Now, if this isn't comfortable for you to stay in for your meditation, you're more than welcome to extend out onto the mat. Or if you want, you can put a block or a blanket underneath your pelvic plate. Otherwise, we're going to put our hands on our low belly, legs are up the wall, and And we're going to focus for the last few minutes through our meditation on the rise and fall of our belly with our breath. Nothing special, just real pure awareness for the moment. And so as the hands rest on your low belly, the back of the neck is long, the tongue relaxes in the mouth. Take a deep inhale in. And as you exhale, you're going to feel the shins and the thigh bones grow heavy as they plug into your hips, the low back rests. Your inhale, you feel a spread across the chest, lengthen the sides of the neck. And as you exhale, you feel the legs grow heavier as they plug into the hip socket, feeling the whole hip, pelvic floor begin to relax, release. Following the flow of the inhale with soft face, relaxed tongue and jaw. And as you exhale, feeling the thigh bones grow heavier, plugging in, relaxing the whole hip socket. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, the upper body grows light and expansive. Exhale as the legs grow heavy and the hips ground and release. Take an inhale in. Begin to spread and wiggle your toes. Take the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms to the top of your mat, grow long through the sides of your body. And then as you exhale, release the arms, let the feet drop over to the right side. Roll over onto your right side, laying here, resting softly. And then in slow motion, with your eyes closed, as if waking from a dream, slowly come up to a seated position. You're going to let your hands rest open on your lap, spine is long. If you need to sit up onto a block to keep that back healthy and happy, do so. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. On your exhale, let the hands drop in prayer in front of your chest. Let your mind be open and your heart full. Namaste.